Guys, this is so good. Guys, welcome back to Jen in the kitchen today. And guys, today we're going to be making one of my favorite vegan Ital curry coconut goodness. Alright, and you're going to see and hopefully you try this recipe so you know how good it tastes. Alright, so basically for this recipe, all you need to do is pull everything in your kitchen that might be going off. Pull everything in your kitchen that you want to make space for when you go to the supermarket. So right here guys, I have some lentil, I have some aubergines or eggplant, I have some butternut squash. Remember, I just dice all my veggies and keep them in the fridge guys, so that's why they're already pre-diced. I have some beautiful pre-cooked black-eyed peas with pigeon peas here. I have some spinach. We're going to be chopping up some tomatoes, some ginger, some onions, some garlic, some peppers. We're going to be doing some plantains, sweet potatoes. Guys, this is going to come through, right? Trust me when I tell you this. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just wash our lentil and put it on the fire. Alright guys, so yes guys, remember you need to wash the lentil before you cook it. I don't think I should have to tell you that, but alright, so let's just wash this lentil. Alright, let's give it a nice wash. Guys, I love lentil. So we're just gonna let that boil. Right, and we're gonna come back over here and deal with all our vegetables. I'm just gonna start chopping up the tomatoes. Literally, right? This is something that I make every other day. I'm so happy to be sharing this recipe with you guys. It will be a bit different from our other videos because obviously I'm just really excited. Plus, this is like one of my favorite. I personally just go for bigger cubes, guys, when it comes to my peppers. Chop them up in some nice sizes, and these really gonna add flavor to our curry and our lentil. So that's that. Let's get a dish for that. Let's get our sweet potato. Let's just peel this. Remember to wash all your vegetables guys before handling them, because it's COVID time, like you don't know where they have been, so just stay safe. You need English potatoes guys for this recipe as well, so we're just gonna peel off our English potatoes. Of course, if you don't eat English potatoes, then by all means just use sweet potatoes, you know what I mean? Like I said, this is just me when I decide to pull everything I have in my kitchen. We're done peeling our English potatoes. We're done peeling our sweet potatoes. We need to have them washed. So let's just wash them off. So I like to just wash these off and just leave them sitting in water so they don't get colored. So the next thing we want to do is we want to handle our onions, garlic, and ginger, guys. Just gonna scrape off the skin. Let's peel our onions. Remember that onion trick I showed you guys, not to cut off the bottom of the onion. Leave it on, because otherwise it'll have us crying in the kitchen for no good reason. Let's get some garlic, and I love garlic. Garlic is the body's best friend. Trust me when I tell you that, boy. My sister won't admit this, right? But I remember as children, like we would sit down and we would eat garlic, we'd be swallowing garlic. She won't admit that now, but it's so true. Okay, so now we're just gonna grate our garlic and we're gonna grate our ginger and chop our onions. We're also gonna get some carrots and add some carrots to this curry goodness, man. Let's just dice our onions now. Onion. Okay, so we're done chopping our garlic, ginger, and onions. I'm just gonna put the garlic and the ginger in one dish together. Okay guys, so now we're just gonna chop up some fresh herbs, because it's not no Caribbean pot without some fresh coriander. Woo! And I like a lot of coriander, guys. And I'm gonna take some thyme, some of the small leaf thyme, some green onions, a Scotch bonnet pepper to add some flavor. Let's get some parsley. Y'all know what this is. Y'all know what this is. So guys, we're gonna just do some plantains as well today, okay? So let's just chop that open. I love to prep first because I find like once I prep everything, my cooking is just like bam, 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 done. We're just gonna fry this up to add that, you know, that sweet flavor to the food. Yeah. So this is it. We just have one more thing to do, which is to mix our spices. I usually just mix all my spices in a dish. So I'm gonna do some ground spice, a tablespoon. Ginger powder, not a lot, just a little bit, like a teaspoon. A teaspoon white pepper. Whoops. You know what they say? Pot till your ancestors tell you to stop. A teaspoon nutmeg powder, a tablespoon of paprika, a half tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. We're gonna add some ancha masala, 3/4 tablespoon, half tablespoon of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of turmeric. Guys, if you don't have all of these spices, don't worry yourself. Like I said, just use what you have. The great thing about this dish is, as long as you have some curry, some turmeric, onions and garlic, ginger, you're fine. I'm just gonna pick a piece of tarragon. Tarragon, guys, have this very rich flavor, alright? And it's a herb that I learned about here in Barbados. We're gonna mix our curry mixture. So let's take some curry and pour it there. Now, we're gonna need to add some onions to our lentil. Just like a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of onions. You're gonna add like a half tablespoon of garlic and a half tablespoon of ginger as well to your lentil. Add some green onions, like a tablespoon of green onions. A tablespoon of fresh parsley. A tablespoon of fresh coriander. And some baby leaf thyme. Alright, that's all you're gonna do to that. We're now gonna mix this up and we're gonna add 1.5 tablespoon of this spice mixture to our lentil. Then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and a half tablespoon of salt. We're gonna add our tomatoes and some peppers. Okay, now we're just gonna add a little bit of coconut milk to our lentil. So we have sorted out our lentil is done. My pan is heating, it's ready, so I'm just gonna add the oil because it's already hot. Next thing I'm gonna do is add my garlic and my ginger, medium heat. Then I'm gonna add my onions, our green onions. You wanna mix all of this together. Right, and we just want to leave this in the heat until the onions start to become translucent, and then we will just add everything else we have on our chopping board here. We're going to add our tomatoes, we're going to add our curry mixture, and then we're just going to fold in everything else and let it simmer on a low heat until it's all cooked through. And then I'm going to show you guys how to do the quinoa black rice. Ooh, delicious, man. Alright, I'm gonna add our curry. Guys, and you really want to make sure that you burn your curry. So now let's just add our tomatoes. We're gonna add the rest of our herbs and our Scotch bonnet. Curry looking real nice. Now it's time for our secret ingredient, our brown sugar. Just give this like about a tablespoon of brown sugar, guys. Trust me. I know you all will be saying, oh, Why you putting sugar in everything so? Well, that's how I like it, right? And I'm telling you guys, this is a tip that you will find. You want to give it a little black pepper and a little bit of pink salt. If you don't have pink salt, you can use iodized salt. Use any salt you have. Perfect. Now guys, we're going to add our squash. Add your eggplant. Add your beans. Your peppers. You're going to take these potatoes and you're going to boil them separately in a pot with some water and salt, right? So once this is like half cooked, we're going to add it to our curry mixture and let it boil down a bit again. So that way the curry gets into the potatoes. Once this is done, the last two things we're going to add to this is our spinach and our coconut milk. So we need to chop our carrots now. Add them to our curry. Be sure to exercise caution with the scotch bonnet in the curry because you don't want to bust it by mistake because then your food will be very, very hot. So unless you're somebody that really like pepper and you really like hot, spicy food, just be careful. So let's just chop up our spinach. Now that my lentil is cooked down, that's when I'm adding my spinach to the lentil. It's not yet time to add our coconut milk, but what we will do is we'll start frying our plantain. So we're now going to add our provisions, which is our sweet potatoes and English potatoes, to our curry mixture, alright? You realize that this starts getting real thick and it's because of the potatoes, alright? So that's why we're going to add our milk. So now that we're done with our plantains, we're going to get our quinoa black rice going. So all you're going to need to do is just add 2 cups of water to your saucepan, a little bit of salt, and we're going to put the black rice first. When the black rice is halfway cooked, we're then going to add our quinoa. We're not going to add any more water, right? Because we're going to allow our quinoa to steam on top of our black rice. I don't like to boil my quinoa, I more prefer it steamed. So you try it and you let me know what you think. Get some quinoa in there, let's get more lentil, get some curry, get a few plantains, and we're done, So good, it's absolutely delicious and I really hope that you guys give this a shot, alright? Vegan, 100% great for your body. We have our quinoa, our black rice, our plantains, we have our curry with our potatoes, sweet potatoes, English potatoes. We got our butternut squash, we got our eggplant, we got our spinach, we got our lentil. So delicious. Okay guys, so thank you so much for tuning in and watching another video. Guys, if you have not subscribed yet, please do so right now. And share the video, like the video, comment, and please try the recipes and let me know what you think about it. I'll see you guys in another video. Peace, love, and light, alright?